I may cuss, but I don't curse. Let's get that situated. First, back with another one for y'all. We're going to be continuing this dating talk, relationships. Let's start with the sign Pisces, all right? Dating Pisces. What has it been like dating the Pisces? Whatever number we up to right now, I'll figure it out when I go upload the video. But listen. So I'm dating this one Pisces girl, right? Matter of fact, let me rephrase that. I am talking, let me say this responsibly. I am talking to this one Pisces woman, right? And, or at least I was, because I ghosted her. I ghosted her, but it's like she rejected me. So rightfully so is how I feel about the whole situation. It's confusing as fuck. I said fuck before a minute. Well, it is what it is. There goes the monetization. But anyhow, at first I thought I ghosted them because of offering unwarranted help. It was like this, right? Like her spirit irritated my demons. I know y'all heard that before, right? But it did, and it was like, come to find out though, it wasn't that. That's not the reason why I ghosted her. Because listen, right? I got a Virgo moon, so more than likely my memory bank and experiences are going to be highly filled with people critiquing me about what I do, how I do it. It's part of my lifestyle. Those with you who have a Virgo moon, you can get in the comment section right now and confirm it, baby. That's just part of our life. And part of us thrives off of that. We like that. We like when people constructively critique us and help us in situations and things of that nature. But it was more about her angle that irritated my demons to the point where I'm like, and I say this in my lectures often, y'all have heard me say this before, like, yo, don't offer your help to someone. Let them ask you. Let them ask for advice. You understand what I'm saying? Because it can turn out in a sticky situation to you. It's like, damn, I was just trying to help. And it's just like, yeah, but who asked you? You know what I'm saying? Some people get offended by that. And it's not that I was totally offended. Actually, it helped me. And I'm going to tell you why. But first, let me get to what I mean about her angle. Her angle is more like, you should do this and you should do that and you should do this. You know what would be dope? If you do this and if you did it like this. And my whole theory on this is, but how do you know that that's what I want? And I'm going to tie this loose end up in the end when I talk about Saturn. But before I get there, it's like, how do you know that that's my goal? How do you know that that's what I want? See, it's different when you're doing something and you tell your friends, you tell your peoples, you tell your girl, yo, look, I'm trying to, like if I say, yo, I'm trying to lose this stomach fat. And they be like, for real, let me see your stomach. What your stomach look like? And you show her the pudge what's going on. Like, damn, nigga, you skinny and you got a stomach like that? Fat ass. You know what I'm saying? Well, show me a picture in a week from now and let me see that stomach went down. Go do some crunches or something, some planks or something, my nigga. Right? I'm going to take that and I'm going to be happy. I'm going to be smiling. I don't even care how you said it to me. I'm going to be happy that you offered your criticism to help me get rid of this gut because you know that is a goal of mine. You understand what I'm saying? Now, it's different when it's done like that. If you just come off like, because I'm visible, you know what I'm saying? I'm a public figure, whatever, you know what I'm saying? And it's just like, but for those of y'all who know me, y'all know I'm not really on that. You know what I'm saying? I may do videos here and there. Maybe I send mixed messages when I do videos like the fall of YouTube, which I now changed to Uranus falling in the sign of Taurus. When I do videos like that, but I'm just making a point. An algorithm is an algorithm, and if I'm not liked in the algorithm, I'm not liked in the algorithm, but I'm not the forceful type. I'm not the rapey type, ayo, but I'm just not the forceful type that says, well, yeah, I want 10 million streams every time I drop. I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? But I had to look back at that, and I noticed myself, I noticed that she definitely means well. You know what I'm saying? She definitely means well, but I had to go over that and assess that for myself to understand that. You know what I'm saying? But what happened in the process is that it turned me into a beast. Her spirit irritating my demons turned me into a beast. I'm telling you, because I realized just how much she loves herself and how much I didn't love myself, because I kept catching myself wanting and trying and doing, assisting her in areas that we talked about and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Putting myself first. I mean, putting her first before me and things of that nature. And not for nothing, like, it wasn't reciprocated. Like, I felt the empty cup. I felt breadcrumbed. I felt that feeling. So that tells me something that I need to address within myself. Like, oh, I need to be selfish too, because she's selfish. I'm just keeping it a bean. And you should be, because when you show up as an individual, as a whole, you make the relationship stronger. And I wasn't doing that. I was doing that self-sacrificial Pisces shit. You understand what I'm saying? And thinking that I had the energy to do it when in all actuality I didn't. So remember when I spoke about, being a falling knife, I was stepping off my square and becoming a falling knife for her. And I realized, though, if I continued that behavior, I would have gotten off my square and been a falling knife in her life. Bars of nice, we know that already. And that would be going against my whole theology, my whole theme that I'll be laying down out here. You know what I'm saying? And we don't have no measuring tape for this. And it's just like the feelings are the barometer for reciprocity when you're in a relationship or when you're dealing with someone. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I felt breadcrumbed. And for that purpose, not for that purpose, but I haven't spoken to her in a while. But I thought it was for that. It wasn't for that because, like I told you, I did some studying on my own because, like I said, I haven't spoken to her in a while. So my theory is this. I kind of know myself, I would like to say. And if I keep pushing the issue, or if I talk about what is irritating my demons in the very moment, I may have missed something. So I don't want to damage and ruin a relationship by speaking out of turn or prematurely about something I don't fully understand yet. So I'd rather stay silent. Now, has that done more damage to the relationship because I'm silent and I'm not saying nothing? Maybe. But I'd rather take that risk than to explode in that very moment and potentially be wrong about something. So I did some more homework, right? Because that's what a motherfucking spiritualist does. So I come to find out, now listen, I am referencing Alicia Sharp's work right now. So Alicia Sharp, I said before, this is her greatest work. I give credit when it's due. This is her greatest work when she did her video about the Saturn squares. And she said when you check a person's Saturn and you see the sign that it's in, if it's in a cardinal sign, then they're going to approach life based upon security. No matter what, they're going to aim and go for security. If a Saturn is in a fixed sign, they're going to always seek and search for love, no matter what. Saturn is about being committed. So you can gauge what your person and yourself is going to be committed to in life, no matter what. The circumstances, who's in the situation, whatever. If your Saturn is in a mutable sign, you're going to be fixated and devoted and committed to goals. So her Saturn is in a cardinal sign. Mine is in a mutable sign. So I'm goals over everything. So if one of my goals was to say, oh, I want 1 million views each video, you know what I'm saying? Then we would have had a better conversation. My demons wouldn't have been irritated. I wouldn't have felt some type of way. But that wasn't my goals. You know what I'm saying? Her goal, being motivated by Saturn being in a cardinal sign, is security. So even though she doesn't know my financial situation, like in a Venus sense, she can be privy to my expansion, my Jupiter thing. You understand what I'm saying? Because I'm visible and you could tell, well, 1 million views is more secure than 100 views. You understand what I'm saying? So she is privy to that knowledge. Therefore, this is how I determine she's not coming from an ill place. She's not saying, yo, I want you to be like, she sees something I don't. You understand what I'm saying? And it's based upon security. And the realistic part about this is that, like, yo, the more people that have their eyes on me, the higher the incidence level for sales becomes for everything else that I'm selling. It's just pure mathematics. So I can't be mad. You know what I'm saying? She gets a pass there is pretty much what I'm saying. Now, this is what I figured out what it was that has me not talking to her right now. Keeping it a bean, B. I discovered she's the type of individual that she'll bag you and realize she's bagged you. And then she's just like, well, if I bagged him, I could bag him over there and him over there too. Like, this woman is egotistical, B, and I don't even know if she's aware of it. I don't know if she knows it, or maybe she knows it and she conceals it real well. You got to remember, she's still a Pisces, B. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes she comes across as unwitting, like she doesn't know that she's doing this. But it's just like, it's even like, and come to find out, I think she clocks her natal chart as, she reads it as equal houses. And if she does, then it makes perfect sense, because that would make her sun fall inside of her first house. So that's ego on 10. This woman is very outwardly confident. I'm more inwardly confident. I tell myself, like, yeah, watch, I'm about to do this. Watch, and I do, watch. And I present. You know what I'm saying? But this woman is very outwardly confident, very egotistical, if you ask me. And like I've said before, like, I like my bitches bougie and conceited up the nose. I just do. Is that right or wrong? I don't know. I just like them that way. So I'm not even tripping about that shit. But it bothered the fuck out of me because of the way this transpired. You understand what I'm saying? Because it's like, I think she may even see it as like, well, I bagged him, because I look at it like she looked at it like, yo, I bagged him, so maybe that was just a little too easy. And I've said this shit before when I'm telling dudes myself, like, yo, you got to keep some leverage. You got to keep some leverage when you're dealing with these broads, because So I got to blame myself again, because it's like, she could tell I like her. You know what I'm saying? And that's probably what it is too, because I want to fuck this woman so bad, B. Like, it's ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just keeping it a bean, B. And that can get in the way. It can interfere. Again, it could have a man going off of his square and becoming a falling knife, because I noticed myself doing things that I would not naturally and normally do and going out of my way for this woman. And it was just like, I caught myself, B. And I was like, I must remove myself from this situation now. And the best way for me to do it is to ghost. Is to ghost. Straight up. Because that grinded my gears. Like, I foresee myself being her Band-Aid boy if I was to continue that behavior. And I'm no one's Band-Aid boy. Like, listen, I've been in situations whenever I played second fiddle to a woman, because I have, and I still do sometimes. Whenever I play second, look, I done had broads get dropped off at the mall by their man. They're legitimate men. And they'll go in the mall and shop for me, go to the post office, ship me the package of the gifts that they just bought me, all before their man come back and pick them up. With nothing being interrupted in my life, nothing in my career being heaved, and none of that. You know what I'm saying? No bitching about it later, like, yeah, I bought you all that shit, give me my shit back, motherfucker. Like, none of that. So if my life is not disturbed in any type of way when I'm playing second fiddle, what makes you think that I'm gonna let you, woman, into my life and throw a monkey wrench in it to the point where I'm confused, lost, and fucked up and becoming a falling knife for you? Playing second fiddle and my shit getting fucked up? Nah, man. Nah. It goes against everything I stand for, everything I believe in, everything. But again, that can happen sometimes when you really like someone. You know what I'm saying? And I know that's what happened, but it's like, she's confusing, B. She does this confusing stuff. It's like, if you come to me and you vent to me, right? Which is fine sometimes. Bars are nice. We know that already. And you tell me about something you're going through with another dude or whatever the case may be, and it's just like, oh, okay, I've been here before. And that's natural sometimes. I'm going to just keep it a bean. We all get in new relationships and we talk about our exes sometimes here and there and what we're going through. So I'm like, oh, okay, she's with someone. But then the next conversation is like, no, I've just left a relationship and, you know, I'm taking it easy, I'm coming out of it, you know what I'm saying? I'm healing and all that. So I'm like, oh, okay, she's healing. All right. So now I'm trying to fall back and be a little easy, you know what I'm saying? But don't get me wrong, y'all. Like, this is not me wishful thinking to be like, oh, I wish I could be with her one day. Like, no. This broad done dropped the hint to me before, like, yo, imagine if it was us together and this and the third. Like, she's put it out there, B. And I'm like, oh, okay, I got a shot at at being like that with shorty. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, all right. But then another day she'll come totally left. Yeah, I'm still in a situation with so-and-so and gets on my nerves. And then, you know, she's visible too. So I can see her doing certain stuff too online and stuff like that. So it's just like, I can see when she's being stalked. I can see when she's liking it. I can see when she's disturbed by it. I can see when she's crying. So I'm seeing all of this shit and I'm like, who am I talking to? Like, how many girls is inside of this one girl? Who am I talking to? You understand what I'm saying? Then you're not responding to my text timely. 2-3 days later, I gotta text you. If I gotta text you back again and be like, yo, why are you ignoring my text? Why I gotta text you again to talk about the last text that I sent? Oh, I didn't see it. It's either I didn't see it or I lost your. You heard this one. I lost your number. Give it to me again. I'm like, these are lies, B. Like, shorty got game. You understand what I'm saying? And then you're trying to game a gamer. Like, I'm a Pisces too, ma. What are you talking about right now? It's kind of insulting. that is what has grinded my gears to the point of I'm just like, yo, I'm not saying nothing to her ass. I'm not saying nothing to her ass. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, yo, this is the same woman that'll get on the phone and me again and be like, yo, call me friend. Now, mind you, I told you, this ain't no wishful thinking shit. You'd be like, oh, imagine us like this, that, and the third. And then the next time we get on the phone, she's like, hey, friend, and this and oh, so we doing the friend thing. And now you back with homeboy and all that. Oh, okay, so now I'm friend zone. And I'm telling you, this is what happens when you want to fuck somebody real bad, right? It's me thinking with my dick probably too. Not saying she's not brilliant. She's smart as fuck. She's a nerd, actually. Like I say, she a baddie, but she ain't a baddie because when you see the TV show baddies, you think baddie. Nah, she ain't baddie like that. You know, when in my era, we call chicks bad when they bad as fuck. You know what I'm saying? She bad as fuck, B. But she a nerd, though. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, I like them snooty. I like them conceited, up nose. I like that shit, too. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like, the last time we spoke, right, she was like, did you see this and the third or heard what I said in this and the third talking about her work and shit? And I was like, I sure did with your fine, scrumptious ass. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted to jump through the screen and maul your ass. And she was like, but did you like my work? And I'm like, yeah. I'm like, yeah, I liked your work. But I'm saying, like, and shit, I'm not saying it flew over our head, but we got different love languages. See, look, I got Venus in Aries. You know what I'm saying? So it's like this. I'm putting myself out there. I'm forward. Aries is forward, direct. You know what I'm saying? Venus is love language. I'm forward. Look, love the tits, like love them. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, first date. You know what I'm saying? Or I love your ass cheeks. Can't wait to meet them in person. You know what I'm saying? That's just how I am. So her love language is in Aquarius. It's more about mental. It's about the brain. I love the mentality, the intelligence. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, I get that too. And that's probably the traits of myself that attracted her to me. You know what I'm saying? But it's just like a nigga thinking with his dick being immature, which is Aries, right? The baby of the zodiac. Granted, I mean, give me a fucking break, okay? But if I be resilient and I bounce back from that understanding, I'm like, okay, then I'm going to mature then. And then she'll get on the phone a different time. It's like a whole different woman. She's like, I can't even tell that you're into me like that. And I'm like, what the fuck do you mean? Like, this is the same woman that when I first met her, I was in the inbox and Instagram, like, I don't even know if she's with. Maybe she do be telling the truth. And she's like, I ain't see it. She got a mental, I'm not going to say like she's slow or nothing like that. I mean, we all got disorders, right? I got a mood disorder, a.k.a. moon inside of Virgo, right? If I see something disorganized or disorderly, I get irritated. I get moody as fuck. My OCD kicking like, yo, leave me the fuck alone because this shit is fucking me up right now, right? So maybe she is telling the truth when she's saying she missed this and didn't see that, but she'll get back on the jack and be like, yo, I can't even tell that you into me like that. Yo, she stopped just looking at her inboxes and Instagram altogether, and I felt it was because I was just too vocal. Like, I was just too I was all over them tits. Like, I was just all over her shit. Be like, yo. So I'm telling myself, I'm like, how does she not fucking know that I'm into her like that? You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, she got a Venus in Aquarius. Okay, I'm not supposed to be so sexually driven towards her or aggressive or whatever the case may be. Let me just go back to speaking about brainiac stuff and, you know what I'm saying? Let me calm down a bit. And then she'll just pop up like, I can't even tell that you're into me like that. Like, I wasn't even on. And I'm like, what the fuck do you mean? It's confusing as fuck. But then I'm also like, yo, ain't I just your friend? Like, ain't you going through it with homeboy over there and all that? And I'm not pulling out no more Band-Aids. I'm not doing it. I fucking refuse. You know what I'm saying? But I'm like, yeah, I liked your work. I seen it and I liked it. Like, you know what I'm saying? I liked it. Keep doing it. But it was just like, I probably did too much already. You know what I'm saying? She was not trying to hear that me mauling her through the screen type shit. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But it's also like this. It turned me into a beast. So if you see me outside, or when you see me outside in my gray sweats, acting like a fucking man who just know a Pisces did it. You understand? A Pisces did it. But I'm now here, I'm getting my shit together. You know what I mean? I'm getting my health together. I'm getting my wealth together. I'm getting everything together. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm so much of a better person for that. So some people may be from the outside looking in and they may be like, you know, wrong person, right time, or right person, wrong time. Or I look at it as right person, wrong person. I don't know, but it's definitely the right time because it created a shift in me. It let me know, like, don't ever settle. You know what I'm saying? Even if it's her, don't ever fucking settle, because you was about to settle very quickly at that, and you didn't. It's still early in the game. You don't really even know. You know what I'm saying? She ain't show enough, prove enough, which is true. I came to my senses, so I'm thankful for that. But it's just like, damn, B. Like, you gotta be pretty on your toes to be able to assess this shit and be able to deal with this dating shit, if we're calling that, or talking to someone, like I said. And you know what I'm saying? And not for nothing, like I said, she's brilliant, B. She's psychic, and I don't want to lose her because of that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I'll give you an example. Like one time she was like, I know you do tech on the side. If you came out here, you do well, because you know a lot of tech companies are based out here and they pay this amount of money. She's telling me how much they pay and all that, and I'm like, taking notes and shit. I'm like, okay, all right. So I'm like, I'm thanking her for that. You know what I'm saying? Don't you know, a week later, the name of the tech company one of the tech companies she mentioned called me and gave me a job. I ain't even tell her about this shit. I ain't even tell her as I'm not telling her, fuck that. Well, she might see this, but fuck that. That's how I'm feeling. You know what I'm saying? But you don't want to lose no powerful shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But I just refuse to be her victim, and that's just how it is. So I ghosted her. Like, that's how I'm on it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying I ain't talking to her ever again, but it is what it is. And I think it's probably good that I'm speaking about it out loud now. It's kind of therapeutic or whatever the case may be. So maybe that's good for me too. You know what I'm saying? Because I haven't spoken about it. Like, outside of this, like, I don't know. Like, every time y'all see me, I'm speaking, so y'all might think that I like to talk. Outside of this, I don't say anything. I'm not talking to nobody about nothing. I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? I be on some hermit shit. I'm talking to another Pisces right now, okay? And we're having fun. I can say we're having fun, minus the confusion. We're having fun, and it's dope because this is a relationship that went from real sour terms some years back, and we had a falling out for what I feel was just like not worth it. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not rapey. Is that too strong of a word to use? But it's true. Like, I'm not forceful. I'm definitely like Hasa Diddy too. I'm like the type come get me type nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I go my way, you go your way. You know what I'm saying? If you feel that way, then that's how you feel. Then you go your way. I'm not going after you, because I feel like this with the other Pisces bro too. If I gotta chase you, that means you running. You know what I'm saying? So we not doing those. I'm not doing that. So you go your own way. But we reconciled our differences, and I'm glad that we can. This is one of those stories that you can reconcile your differences with someone and come back to terms again. You know what I'm saying? And she went through a lot of shit. She was going through a lot of shit when we were speaking before. You know what I mean? More than what I actually had known. But she confessed that. You know what I'm saying? I can tell by seeing her, she's in a much better place in space, spiritually and mentally. So it all works out for the better. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you just got to give things time. And so the interactions and the convo would just be flowing like water now. You know what I'm saying? It's real good energy, and it's fun. So like I was saying in the video before when I was breaking the ice, the difference between the languages of the planetary transits or just the planets in general, sun, fun. You know what I'm saying? Bars are nice. You know that already. Love, Venus. You know what I'm saying? Shared responsibilities with Saturn. You know what I'm saying? Know the difference so you could be able to identify and assess the situation that you're in, the situationship that you're in. You know what I mean? But we're cool. We be having fun like a motherfucker, if you know what I mean. You know what I mean? And it's like, there's no attempts to lock one another down. She's got a career. She's got a few career lanes, you know what I'm saying? But one of them, she definitely gets a lot of attention, like a lot of attention. And I'm cool. I ain't tripping on that. I don't, because we know what we're doing. You know what I'm saying? It's not no labeled shit or whatever the case may be. We're not leading one another on, you know what I'm saying, and giving hints to what could be and shit like that. And she knows I get attention too, you know what I'm saying? She knows what I do to the extent that I do, you know what I'm saying? And she ain't tripping off that neither. And again, it goes back to knowing the difference between the planets and in general and the characteristics that they carry, you know what I'm saying? But she is bright though, so we can have conversations on some spiritual shit like at the drop of a hat, you know what I'm saying? Next thing you know, we talking about politics. Next thing we know, we talking about life in the city. You know what I'm saying? Next thing you know, we talking about astrology. She knows astrology too. You know what I'm saying? So it's different when you're dealing with the spiritual chicks. You know what I'm saying? Like for the past, I don't know, 5 to 10 years, I've just been dealing with spiritual women. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's different. You know what I'm saying? But my point there with Shorty is that, well-rounded girl, pun intended. You know what I'm saying? But type shit. Now, I thought I was seeing another Pisces chick. This is kind of funny if you ask me, but I thought I was seeing another Pisces because, one time I'm inboxing her and I seen her and she's like, yo, let's go out for my birthday, because every birthday we got the same birthday, so every birthday I get her something, you know what I'm saying, give her a little present or whatever the case may be. So she come to me offering me to take me out, like, yo, when we go somewhere on my birthday, I'm like, word, I'm like, all right. So I'm like, bet. What happened was, though, a family member of mine, I ain't seen in a while, came and invited me to take me out for my birthday too. So I chose my family member, you know what I'm saying? But I ain't ghosted. I told her about it. I'm like, yo, I got another invite from a family member. I ain't seen him in a long time, you know what I'm saying? Want to go out on the same day we supposed to go out. I'm going to have to rain check on that, you know what I'm saying? She was like, all right, family first, go do your thing, or whatever the case may be. So we inbox later, and I'm like, yeah, sometimes we got to get digital because, like I said, like, apart from this, because she kind of shy. So I'm telling her, like, yo, we got to get digital sometimes so I can get to know you better. You know what I'm saying? And she was like, yeah, because you just be talking shit online and on social media and shit like that. But in person, like, you scared of me. You scared of me. And I'm like, yo, listen, man, the last time I had some ass like that, like, I was in a nightclub with motherfucking Bugs Bunny slippers and pajamas on looking for the bitch. So, yeah, you right. I am scared of you. Like, what's that movie? I think the Laura London chick was in it. I think Buffy the Body, right, was in ATL. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comment section, but Shorty asked Big Booty Judy. Like, that's her nickname. That's Shorty nickname. Like, that's how shit look like. Like, I'm serious. You know what I'm saying? And I know, again, this sounds kiddish, right? But like I said, Venus and Aries. What do you expect from me? But it's like that. So I'm telling her like that. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? She like, not like that, nigga. So I'm like, oh, so I read the room incorrectly. Like, you're not saying let's go chill and do shit for that purpose or those purposes. You like, because I told her, I said, yo, excuse my awkwardness, but I just don't be hanging out to hang out. Like, I don't even know what that's about, especially with women of your stature. Like, I always look at that as like something else. You know what I'm saying? Call it, I don't know, the boys club or whatever you want to put your label on it. Call it whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? But that's what it was. But I told her, excuse my awkwardness or whatever the case may be. And that's where we're at now. You know what I'm saying? But who knows? You don't know. Who knows? But it's chill. It's still cool. It's still fun. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking to these chicks. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking to these women, to these broads, to these, you know what I mean? I'm out here, B. I'm outside. The fuck is we talking about? All right, until next time, I'm out of here.